Yo, what's going on, fam? It's your boy, Anthony O'Neal. Welcome back to the table. And today I'm pumped because we're going to really keep it real, relevant, and...
Relatable.
Yes, because my girl is at the table, y'all. I mean, Rachel Cruze, you guys, is no secret to the world. She's no secret to us. Y'all know she's probably one of my favorite people, hands down, one of my favorite white people. I'm just going to say it. Because we have this conversation all the time. I've been on her show talking about racial stuff. And today we're not talking about racial stuff. Let me just be real. We're going to talk about some things, but we're really going to dive in deep into money because this is where she lives and she wins in this area. But what up, Rach?
Well, this is my first time, Ayo.
I know.
You've been on my show like...
what are you trying to say, Rach?
Three times, Ayo. This is the first time you've had me on. But
Hey,
thank you.
Rach.
I feel so honored.
No, but real talk. My team and I, we were like, yo, we need to get Rachel on. But then we was like, wait, let's save her until her book comes out.
Thank you. Well,
so
I
that could
appreciate
be
that.
like, you know, we can really push you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
because
you.
my squad buys books.
I love it.
Okay, let's just tell the world a little bit about our friendship.
Yes.
Okay. When I first got here, you hipped me to understanding the white culture. Teaching me things so I won't make mistakes out there on the road. How has that been? Was I the first black person you've asked some questions to like that?
I mean, that bluntly, yes. Because I have good conversations with people all the
You do,
time. And
you
so,
do.
I've, we'll talk about stuff. But with you,
Yeah.
this is why I appreciate our friendship. I literally will be like, okay, Anthony,
Yeah.
I'm about to ask you a question, and
Yeah.
I'm a white person about to ask this question, and it may not be right.
Hey.
So, like, don't get but here's what I'm thinking, and I'll just say it. And
Yeah.
there's not a big filter with you.
Nope.
Obviously, we will filter
What we
on
say
stage
exactly.
or on camera, all that.
Yeah.
But that's why I'm thankful for you is like when it's just you and I sitting up in our personalities area
Yeah.
at our desks, I'll be like, Ayo,
Yeah.
I got a black person question for you. And then you'll say, Rachel, I got a white person question for
Oh,
you.
man.
And we just have great conversations. So
Man, I love
I
it.
always tell people that I'm so thankful for you.
Oh, no, I
and
really am.
you've taught me a ton.
No.
And I don't know, I love our friendship.
I remember one time, Rachel, it was at the personalities. We had a retreat, and then afterwards we had a dinner.
Yes.
And you came up to me when I was leaving that day, and you made my evening. I was driving to North Carolina the next day, and I was coming out. You said, Anthony, me and my husband, we binge watched your Black History panel, and oh my God, it was just amazing, and thank you so much for doing that, da-da-da-da. And I was like, wow, that meant a lot coming from you, Rachel.
Thank you.
You know, just to hear that.
And we're like in the Ramsey world, so I'm guilty sometimes of not watching other Ramsey personalities because we're kind of like in our world, doing our thing, and we're on each other's shows and all that. Well, I'm on your show right now. Thank you.
Thank you.
But yeah, and I don't always, and I was like, oh God, I need to go watch it. Yes, and we binged it, and I was like, Anthony,
Man.
it was amazing.
Man.
It was so well done, and yep, I loved it. Loved it.
Thank you, Rachel. So, listen, I brought you on the show today because I really wanted to just have a conversation around money. But you took an interesting journey about a year ago. You went into a deep dive to really understand yourself and how you relate with money. Break that down for us. For one, why did you do that? Why was that important? And where did you land?
Yeah, so it was a couple of years ago, and there was no big crisis moment in my life where I was like, oh my gosh, I need counseling or something. But I started kind of unpacking a couple of things in my life, and I had a great counselor at the time.
Yeah.
And it was just fascinating. Like when you dive into yourself and why you do the things you do,
Yeah.
why you cope the way you cope, why you see, it's just fascinating to me.
Yeah.
So interesting. And so that, and then the Enneagram came out, and I took that, and I was like, that's so
What's
interesting.
your Enneagram?
I'm a 3.
I'm a 3 too.
You are?
Yes,
oh my gosh.
yes.
Okay. Well, I really think I'm a 7 secretly, but
No.
the test always says I'm a 3, so I'll be a 3. But that was always fascinating to me. Personality test. All of it, just understanding myself is always fascinating. But yeah, I kind of did a really deep dive a few years ago.
Okay.
And even Winston with him and our marriage, all of it. And so out
good.
of that though, I realized, man, I am just not, I've never arrived. I know that. But I am a healthier person emotionally. And so my relationships in life are better. I'm a better wife. I'm a better mom. I'm a better friend. I'm a better daughter, sister, all of it, right? And then in that moment, I thought, man, okay, well, I talk about money 24/7 in my job.
Yeah.
So how's this affecting my relationship with money?
Ooh.
And so I started asking the why questions because for a decade now, I've been talking about the how-tos of money. I talk about how to budget, how to get out of debt, how to invest, how to refinance your house, how to build wealth, how to give, how to. But I never ask why. Why do I spend the money I spend? Why do I do the things I do? And so kind of going under that surface. So I ended up in this felt like this like black hole of like never ending stuff. And I was like, I've got to write a book about this. So that's where Know Yourself, Know Your Money came out. It was really out of my experience of diving into this whole new part of money that I never really had dug into. And the crazy thing too is, AO, you know this, we talk about personal finance, it's 80% behavior.
Yep.
It's only 20% head knowledge.
Exactly.
And I thought, okay, so if the bulk of winning with money is our behavior, is us, why don't we spend more time on us and understanding ourselves more? And so that's what this book is.
Man, I love it. So I read the book. It's amazing.
Thank you.
I really want to call out, because I don't want to give everyone what's inside the book, okay? But I really enjoyed the 7 tendencies. And so I want to break these down if you're okay with that.
Yes, I love that.
Because I think these are very important, because you're right. How do we deal with money? Why do we make the choices we are making when it comes to money? And so when I went through these, I identified...
Oh, wait. Let's go through them, because I want to know which one you are. So these tendencies, there is a spectrum, okay?
Yeah.
And all these tendencies, there is no moral compass to these. Neither one is right or wrong.
Okay.
So there's not a better and a best, okay?
So there's no good or bad?
Nope.
Right,
and I did it specifically that way because it's just you. It's your natural tendency.
Yeah.
Now, extremes can get bad, and we can talk about that. That can get unhealthy.
Okay.
So honestly, probably the most moderation, the most middle ground is probably the healthiest, because you need both tendencies, but you naturally lean one or the other.
Okay.
So that's what we'll talk about.
Okay.
First one, spender or saver?
Ooh.
Okay, AO, you should know this off the top of your head. What are you?
I'm a spender.
Yeah, me too.
You know, I had to fake like I was thinking about it. I knew it. I'm like, I'm a spender.
So
and
here's
a
an example. The extremes are bad, right? Like if all we do is spend, we're going to be broke.
Right.
And if all you do is save,
you're going to be miserable.
You're going to hoard all your money. And
yeah.
So again, extremes are bad, but you naturally fall. So as spenders, we do have to save a little.
Yes.
And if you're a natural saver, that's great, but you do have to spend a little. So there's that.
Now, when you say you're a saver, spend a little, what does spend a little look like?
No, I'm a spender, save a little.
That's what I'm saying. But like if someone is a saver and you say spend a little, what does that look like, spending a little?
Oh, it just means, you're opening your hand and spending. So we all have to spend money though on necessities, right? Like you have to spend money in life. So food, shelter, all that. Like you're going to have to spend money. But then allowing yourself to have fun. Now there's seasons of sacrifice.
Yes.
When you're getting out of debt and you're doing stuff that there's not going to be a lot of extra spending, and that's okay.
Yes.
But the idea here is that, I mean, we talk to people all the time and they've gotten out of debt, they have an emergency fund, they've done it, and now they don't want to go on a $5,000 cruise. And I'm like, go on the cruise. Go on the cruise. But they have a hard time. There's something about it that they're not comfortable in it. So we have to have both. Okay, next one.
Yeah.
Mostly around budgeting. Are you more of a free spirit? Like, no big deal. Or are you more of a nerd where you're like, oh no, I love the numbers. I love Excel. I love everything.
I'm the free spirit.
Me too.
But I think I'm like a conservative free spirit. So I don't go to the far extreme.
Which is good.
I still like to know, all right, I spent $53.02 at this place. I want to go down to the cent.
Yep.
But I'm not like, I want to Excel. I want to see, am I calculating this right? Oh, man, I averagely spend this. No, I'm not that guy. But I do want to know, okay, down to the penny, how much money I'm spending every single month.
Brilliant. That's it. That's the moderation. It's great.
Yes.
So and I naturally lean more free spirit. Okay, when you spend money, do you like to spend it more on experiences or things, actual items?
Oh, man. I'm experiencing.
Oh, you are? I was gonna say your things.
No,
I would have thought your things.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it's like I just bought a Porsche. Everyone knows that, and I want the experience.
That's a thing.
No. I want the experience of that nice muscle car. I didn't buy the Porsche because it was Porsche. I bought the Porsche.
Thank you for saying it correctly. Do you know that is the correct word?
Absolutely.
Are you saying it?
Yes.
Well, most people say Porsche.
No, it's Porsche.
I know. Fancy.
I ain't about to drop that much money in.
Over here.
I don't know how to name my own car.
Okay. That is a thing, though, AO.
No, but how?
Experience. I mean, like a vacation, going out to a good dinner.
No, but see, I have an experience every day.
You what?
I have an experience every day when I get into the car.
Okay, fair.
And I'm driving.
That's great. Because you know what car I really want?
What car you really want?
I really want a Tesla.
Well, go get it.
Real bad. I really want a Tesla.
All right, let's make a deal right now. If you become number one, you go buy it. I know you got to talk to Winston, but if this book becomes a #1 national best-selling book, you should go buy
I
it.
think I bought a pair of shoes from my last book, and I'm like upgrading from shoes to a car. No, so like because of the experience. So I'm backtracking.
See?
I'm backtracking
See?
because I can appreciate that. You get in a Tesla, there's nothing in there. Have you ever sat in a Tesla?
Yeah, I have. But I never thought you would want a Tesla,
Oh
though.
man, they are so fun. Do you know they drive themselves?
The new ones do, right?
Oh yeah, no, they all that. Okay, we gotta keep going. But it's like when you plug it in, it like reboots like your phone. Okay, so I'm an experienced person. I want to spend money. I'll drop X amount on like a great dinner.
But then
Where my husband Winston would be like, no, I could take that same amount of money and go buy, I don't know, a nice pair of
Something
boots
that
or
lasts
something.
long.
Yeah, that my money is being used because I get to reuse it over and over.
But you know what I've learned too? Family people are more so into experiences than things as well.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because experiences brings memories.
Yep.
But I think for me, everything, I'll look at, okay, can this thing bring an experience? If this thing cannot bring an experience, then I don't buy it.
It's good.
So that's how I look at it. Like, I bought a Gucci bag. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
That was a thing.
Yes.
But it didn't bring an experience.
Yeah.
And so I took it back. Because I was like, this is
Now,
whack.
neither one's right or wrong, though.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
you
neither
can
one's
be
right
a
or wrong.
thing person, and it's fine.
You're right. You're right. Thank you, Rachel.
No moral compass. No moral compass. Okay. Okay, quality versus quantity.
Oh, I'm a quality guy.
You're quality. Okay.
Yeah.
See, I'm quantity.
You are?
Oh, yeah.
Break this down. What does that
I would
mean?
rather have like 18 pairs of earrings than like one nice pair.
For real?
Oh yeah. I can go.
So you would rather have
I'll-
5 pair of boots that no one really knows and have a pair of red bottoms?
1,000%. Yeah.
Okay, wait. For
Yeah.
those who watching right now,
I do.
which one are you?
I
Are
do.
you quality or
Because I
quantity?
like options. I like going specific clothes. We'll talk clothes.
Yeah.
I like going in and being like, I have so many options, and now I feel like this, I feel like this, I feel like this, and I can have a sweater that's $20. And okay, so here's the thing: your extremes are bad though, because listen, my quantity can get bad though, because I can start spending and justify my purchases. I'm like, well, it's just $20. It's just $20, and I can start coping with spending money really easily. And you don't buy things that last. So like, there's not really, so like that's not good, right? On the extreme side, and then the quality, the extreme side is that if it's not that designer, if it's not that label, it's not good enough, and that's not true either. So, and you can start to identify. It can start to become your identity of your things. Being who you are.
Because neither one you're saving, you're not saving that much money, because if you take $1,000, go buy one thing, you can spend that same $1,000 and buy several.
I know, and then they could break and all that. I know.
It's
yeah,
all
I just like options for me.
You like options.
So,
I like quality.
Yeah.
I just love quality.
You're a Porsche guy.
I am a Porsche guy. You know?
Okay. Okay. When you're going to win with money, when you make the decision, you know what? I'm going to start doing things differently. I'm going to start winning with money. What's your motivation? Is your motivation to win with money out of safety, knowing I'm going to be okay? Like I'm going to have this safety net under me. That's why I want to budget, so that I can feel safe. That's why I want to save money, because I want to feel safe. Or is it out of status? And status is not a bad word. That sounds bad. But it's I'm going to do these things and make these sacrifices so that I can do other great things. Dun dun dun.
Oh, Rach, I gotta say this. And you said neither one was wrong, right?
No, they're not. No.
I'm a status guy.
Yeah, I'm status too, Ayo.
I really am. And like for me, my status comes from, coming from where I come from, I want my brothers, sisters who are following me to see we could be young, successful, debt-free with nice quality things.
Yeah.
So like that status for me is like, yes, we can do it. I'm not really a safety guy.
Yeah.
But I'm status.
No, it's great. And I am too. Like I'll do a budget so that I can go buy something or go take a great vacation or to do something.
Yes.
That's why I'll make the sacrifice. If I'm making the sacrifice, but my sister is more safety. Like
I
literally,
can see her doing that. Yeah, I see
joke
that.
all the time because they've been talking about redoing their deck out on their for 3 years. I'm like, build the deck. You have the money, Denise, build the deck. But for her, there's a level of safety of just having it in the bank and it just feels good.
Yeah.
Right? So like, and both extremes are bad, right? Because money, ultimately, we want to be wise, we want to save.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it can't be your ultimate safety. It can't be. It's not. There will never be an amount of money. If that's your number one safety in life, it's never going to be enough.
Yes.
And then your status, we have to be careful that we don't think our stuff defines who we are.
Yes.
So here's a question, Ayo. We'll end on this because I think we're about to wrap up.
Yeah.
For me, this is for me. It was a very convicting question that I ask myself now all the time.
Okay.
When I make a purchase, if I can get my head around to say, okay, you know what? If I buy this thing, but no one is going to see it, do I still want it?
Ooh.
So
if you buy this thing
and no one will ever see it.
and no one will ever see it, do you still want it?
So that's a status question. I have to ask that for myself a lot. Because what are you buying? What's your motivation for buying it? Because sometimes I do want a nice pair of shoes just for me, because I just love a nice pair of shoes and it's great. But if no one were to see those red bottoms, would I really want them?
50% of the purchases for me, no. I wouldn't buy it. I'm going to be real.
I know. I have to. That's my filter. I ask all the time because I'm a status. I lean that way. So we just have to be. You just have to be careful. There's just some red flags to say. Okay, is it for other people?
And so in your book, because I want to make sure we spend time on this, because I want you all, if you're listening via podcast, YouTube, or Instagram, we're going to drop where you can pre-purchase her book at in the show description. So please make sure that you do check this out. But Rachel, in your book, do you really talk about the extremes and how we should be processing things and doing things and work through whichever ones we are if they are on the extreme?
Yeah, absolutely. So this tendency is just one part of the book. So we talk about your childhood. We talk about your money fears. We talk about your money tendencies, your dreams. There's so much there in that book. This is just one small section. But yes, walking through. And I think a big thing is to just identifying. Because when you can just say out loud, yeah, I'm more status versus safety, it's not bad. But now I can start to have my own red flags in my own life, my own convictions when I am making purchases, just to make sure, okay, this is healthy overall.
Yeah.
Because it's that why question. Why am I doing the things I'm doing? And when you can pinpoint that, then you're able to change behaviors and make smarter decisions for your money and your life.
Yeah, man. This is good. And so the title of your book is what again?
Know yourself, know your money.
I knew that. I just want to make sure I didn't say it
No,
wrong.
you're good.
It's like KY.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, because like KY, when you text me the other day, it was like KY, something like that. I was like, what?
I know.
The initials were funny.
Yes. Well, everyone on the team calls it kick 'em, because if you go KYKYM.
Oh, kick 'em.
Yeah,
Yes,
I know.
I see it now. Okay.
We might be playing soccer. We might be writing books. Who knows?
And here's the good thing about it, you all. If you pre-purchase this book today, anything that we do here at Ramsey Solutions, we give you more than actually what you paid for. And so I don't know all the details because I'm not in Rachel's world.
Audiobook.
Okay, audiobook, ebook.
Free video lesson.
And
the book. So,
and from the book. That's about $150 worth of products, but you're only paying $20. Yeah. So listen, tribe, listen family, listen YouTube family, listen podcast family. I need you all to go purchase my friend's book. She's a New York Times bestseller, national #1 bestseller, and she's just a real cool, down-to-earth lady that I want you to follow because you'll learn a lot from her. And I gotta say, when you hear Rachel Cruze, somebody say, "Oh, that's Dave's daughter," of course. No, I thought that too, to be honest, when I first got here. But Rachel is probably one of the most realest ladies you will ever meet. You'll learn about some of her flaws. You'll learn about some of her mistakes and how she outgrew them and how she is successful today. And Rachel Cruze is successful because of Rachel, and she works hard. So I'm telling you right now, go get the book.
Hey, thank you. Hey, thanks for having me on, for real.
No,
I so appreciate it. I really do.
Thanks for coming on. I feel honored that you're at the table.
Yeah, the honor's all mine.
Yo, so we'll drop all the information in the show description. Go check it out. Go purchase her book. And we'll see you all on the next show. Rachel, thanks so much.
Thanks, Ayo.
Love you. Peace out, y'all.
Rachel, I think you might be a 7.
Oh, I know. I'm for sure a 7, y'all.
The experience thing,
all
like...
the dang Enneagram people, though.
She's a 3.